Good morning, DBT friends. This is Beth. It's Thursday morning, and I'm going to spend a few minutes with you this morning working on mindfulness with your emotions. In DBT, we put a lot of focus on acknowledging our emotions, learning to accept them and work with them, rather than push them away and hide from them or obsess on them and drown ourselves and be completely overwhelmed with the emotion. In DBT, we're looking to find that center ground where we can be with our emotions, acknowledge them, but that they don't control us and completely overwhelm us. So to start off, just like we did yesterday, I like to start any mindfulness practice with doing a little bit of stretching and moving around, taking a moment, really notice that popping and cracking that can happen, and see if you can observe where in your body you're holding emotional stress today. Where do you feel it? Where's that tightening? Where's that pressure or that difference in body sensation? Remember to scan your whole body, the abdomen, the chest. A lot goes on in the head too, behind the eyes, in the jaw, the neck area. Some people don't even realize that they're walking around with fists. My husband does that when he's really stressed out. I sometimes find myself clenching my jaw. See if you can observe where in your body you're holding your emotional stress. And I'd like you to take a moment and observe and describe the actual sensation. So instead of focusing on what is it, who caused it, how am I going to get rid of it, I hate it, instead of all of that, that's what our mind usually does on its own, I want you to just describe the sensation. There's research that shows just by doing this, we actually turn down the intensity of the emotion. So instead of I feel so humiliated about something I did or said, notice there's sort of like a hollowness in the center of my stomach. Feel sort of swooshing around in there, like a lightness, and I feel sort of a heat sensation over my face. That's what I want you to turn your attention to. And I want you to just observe and describe where in your body you're feeling your emotion. For most of us, we have one or two spots that we experience emotion over and over. So as you start practicing this, you're going to notice, oh, I know I hold it back here or right up in here. And you'll be able to become aware of your emotions as they begin to build, and you'll be able to intervene much more quickly. So it's a really exciting thing. Sometimes it's not pleasant. We're going about our day, we don't really realize that we have a lot of sadness or anxiety going on. And although it can be hard to turn our attention to these things, it's actually incredibly useful to us. And it's not that we're creating pain, it's we're stopping to notice ourselves. This gives us much more power to be able to work with our emotions and address our emotions. So I'd like you now to go to your gut and to ask yourself, how am I doing today? And just let the words flow. Remember, we don't experience one emotion at a time. We experience many different emotions happening all at the same time. So let the words flow just one after another. I feel tired. I feel cranky. I feel stressed. I feel sort of some type of mellowness at the same time. Just sit in brutal honesty of where you're at this morning. And I'd like you to ask yourself to sort of scale this for yourself. If a 1 is the most peaceful you've ever felt in your entire life, the most sort of relaxed and mellow, almost anything would just roll right off of you, that would be a 1. And if a 10 was as completely overwhelmed, stressed out, at your limit, anything is going to set you off. If that's a 10 and 1 is the most peaceful, what's your number this morning? Go to your gut. Don't overthink it too much. Just what's your answer? If you just go to your gut, ask yourself for you, doesn't matter anybody else, for you, what's your number right now? And what I'd like you to do, instead of focusing on how to change it or what caused it or, sort of that problem solving that happens in our minds, instead of that, what I want you to do, focus on where it is in your body, really feel it, and just acknowledge its presence. I think of it as like nodding hello in acknowledgement, like as if, you walk in an elevator, there's a stranger there, your eyes meet, you might just nod. I see you. That's what I want you to do with your number this morning. Remind yourself, if your number is low, enjoy and cherish that moment, because unfortunately, it's not going to last forever. Remind yourself, if your number is higher, that that is true of pain just as well. It may feel like it's going to last forever, like we have to kill it. Emotions are like the waves in the ocean. They come and they go. Even the biggest tsunami ever, the most pain you've ever felt, it will not last forever. Remind yourself of that. Acknowledge where you're at and choose to come back to this present moment. What's happening here and now? How can I bring my attention to this moment in time? Not everything that's ever happened, not everything that may or may not happen in the future, but how can I come back to this moment, knowing where I'm at? How can I be present in this moment? Ask yourself, is there anything on this earth that you are grateful for? A small kindness from someone, that the sun is shining, that you have food to eat, that you have cigarettes in your pocket, and as soon as this is over, you're going to go smoke one. Anything. It's about genuine gratitude. And remember, you can experience immense pain and be grateful at the same time. Great work, everybody. I'll look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye-bye.